Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I am going to give you some idea about sulfur cycle. Sulfur cycle is an important cycle for environment as well as living beings such as trees, humans, animals, birds, etc. The entry of sulfur into the atmosphere occurs through both human and natural sources in the form of sulfur oxides. Sulfur reacts with rain and falls on earth as acidic deposition of sulfate, that is sulfuric acid. Sulfate is required by plants to make certain amino acids now and proteins. Now the animals eat these plants because sulfur is an important element for functioning of the enzymes, proteins, etc. So this is sulfur cycle. Now this atmospheric sulfur dioxide, it is obtained generally from industrial processes such as coal mines and factory exhausts, then natural processes like volcanic eruption and decaying organisms, etc., like decaying organic matter. These generally ultimately give rise to sulfur dioxide. Now sulfur dioxide reacts with water and oxygen and it falls as acid rain, like such as H2SO4 in the ground. H2SO4 in the ground. Now this sulfate, that is SO4 minus, is reduced to hydrogen sulfide by sulfate reducing bacteria. This process is known as assimilation. In the next step, some of the sulfate is also assimilated by organisms to form cell components, such as assimilated. First of all, it is assimilated in the trees, and then the trees are eaten by the animals. So these are assimilated as amino acids and other cofactors. Next step, these are the leaves which are organic matter or decays, and this consists of raw sulfur, that is sulfur atom, and this sulfur is converted to hydrogen sulfide by mineralization process. In the next step, hydrogen sulfide is then transferred to elemental sulfur by the process of oxidation by sulfide oxidizing bacteria. Now this sulfide oxidizing bacteria convert the elemental sulfur to SO4 minus or sulfate ion. SO4 minus to the sulfate ion. Now the sulfur reducing bacteria again act on the sulfur atom to give rise to hydrogen sulfide. Now some of the hydrogen sulfide complexes with iron to form ferric sulfide FeS precipitates, whose recycling is very slow. So this occurs in a cyclic manner. Some of the organic decay matters also forms sulfate ions by oxidation. So this is a cyclic process, and some of the hydrogen sulfide also give rise to sulfur dioxide. Now there are certain roles played by the humans here. Human activities such as mining of coal, petroleum extraction and burning of coal and natural gas result in the increase of sulfur content in the atmosphere. Now this sulfur content oxidizes to form sulfur dioxide, which is a pollutant. Then it reacts with the moisture in the air and forms sulfuric acid, which is disposed as acidic rain, and it is responsible for severe damage to the ecosystem, both natural and man-made. So this is a brief discussion regarding sulfur cycle, and this is the sulfur cycle in a nutshell. And here I am ending my today's video. See you in my next video, and if you guys like my videos, please subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.